Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lee. This is JLeesCorner. Honey, this is a review, honey, for David, Get Your Life, okay? This isn't anymore Tamar Braxton's Get Your Life, Season 1, Episode 5. No, this is David's show. David. I'm like, okay, how did I get here? What happened? Okay, but let's get it. Y'all know to become a whole JayBird. Okay, y'all know to relax, relating to release, to inhale, to inhale and to exhale, to center yourself, and to follow me on IG and Twitter. Y'all know all that stuff. We do it every single week. But I'm like, I don't know how we got to a place of this being David's show. I don't know how we got to a place of we always talking about David. I am confused. I feel like I have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led astray, okay? Because something about this just ain't right. But we have to just talk about it, okay? So look. David's birthday party is happening, okay? His family has now came to town from Nigeria or whatever, and it's their first time being on camera. Oh, because we have to discuss all of David's shit, okay? So we see him on the phone, like with FaceTime. We see him on the phone FaceTiming his sister, and they're chit-chatting, okay? And I'm like, do we care, okay? So he brings up, I never celebrate my birthday. I'm not the person who likes the attention on me, so I've never had a party. But Tamar celebrates her birthday all the time or whatever, and she celebrates it for a few days, and I'm like, that's just so much. And then Tamar kept asking me, about what I wanted for my birthday or whatever, and she kept asking about me a party and blah blah blah, and so I finally agreed and told her, okay, go ahead and plan me a party and whatnot. So the sister then say, yeah, we met Tamar and everything, and I, was not fully sold on Tamar, because in the American culture, a person just marries the man. Okay, they're like, I married him. But in Nigerian culture, you have to marry the whole family. I'm like, I don't know if people know this, but we do that in America too. Like, when two families come together and they get along, it's two families joining together, okay? So I don't. Sometimes in American culture that happens where you just want the man and not his crazy family. But a lot of times the two families do join. Don't act like we don't do that here or whatever. So she also brings up, okay, and we are very conservative. We are very opinionated in our spiritual belief. So how can Tamar's family mesh with our family? Okay, David then says, oh yeah, and we do not compromise on our spiritual beliefs in God. Okay, we have to make sure that they know that or whatever. He then says Tamar's family is very different from ours because her family is very public. They have cameras around them all the time. They have millions of followers and viewers who can change their perspective on things, okay? But our family is private, okay? We can heal outside the public eye. I get what he meant, but he still said it in a derogatory way. Okay, people who are famous can still be down to earth and can still deal with things privately. Okay, the same way we did the privately, you and Tamar wouldn't get along. We're gonna leave that be or whatnot. Okay, so we then see Goldie. Okay, Goldie at Tamar's house, and she getting ready for the party. Okay, she's sitting down there with the producer dude and the hair and makeup people or whatever, and she chit-chatting about things going on. She feel like, one, I don't want to be at David's party, okay? But Tamar called me and specifically asked me to be there for her, so I'm going to go and be there for Tamar, okay? Because I know for a fact David don't like me, okay? But I'm trying to do the right thing for Tamar, I'm saying? But it's going against every instinct that I have that's telling me to not go. I wouldn't have went. I would have said, Tamar, that man don't like me, and this isn't your party, it's his, okay? But I'm gonna let that be or whatnot. Now she also brings up to the producer dude how she still doesn't feel right. It don't sit well on her spirit at how Tamar took the blame for David's antics when they met up at dinner the other day. And how, she felt like Tamar will consistently take the blame for him. And I feel like she would sacrifice me for him. Meaning she would sacrifice the work we do for him. And this is why I know I have to quit the show. I'm like, oh, She done or whatever. But she's like mulling over, like I can just feel the bullshit coming from a mile away over there and whatnot. Okay, so we then see Tamar has built this party from the ground up in her house. She has everything. She get balloons and decorations and food. It came out really nice or whatever. David get there, okay, with his mom or whatever. He walking through. Oh, well, looks so nice. Let me go down to Tamar. He go down to Tamar. Tamar come out her dress, okay, and the dress is the one that she saw at that storeroom before. She just added some fellas. That was it. She just added the fellas. She walks up and David said, "Oh, you remind me of that older lady." She's like, "What?" She then walked away a little bit upset, and she comes back like, "Let's try this again." "Oh, you look really, really good," or whatever. But she still say how you remind me of Della Reese from Harlem Nights. Nah, Tamar's offended, okay? Walking away like, he told me I look like some old woman. I'm like, Tamar, you took it as him calling you old. He just means that does resemble the dress Della Reese had on in Harlem Nights. I get what he meant. Not that you shape like her, that you look like her, but your ensemble reminds me of that. Okay, and let's not get it twisted. Della Reese was a fine young thing. Yeah, then Tamar, cut it out. Anyway, so she then walked away with us. We then see David. Okay, David sitting up there talking with his brother-in-law. Okay, about dream work. He is at the party. They sitting in the bedroom like in a little scenery or whatever, and talking about the dream work. I'm like, David is on some bullshit already at his... Why bring this up at the birthday party, okay? And he brings up, what do you think about it? Now, the brother-in-law then said, I feel like it's clearly witchcraft, okay? Because I don't know what origin is from. And the Bible clearly says that, people should not seek out mediums or spiritists because they will defile you. I said, first of all, Tamar did not seek out a medium or anyone to conjure or speak to spirits of the other side. A medium and a spiritist is someone who I feel like is a person who is trying to reach out to dead people to talk to you. Okay, that's different. I don't want to speak to anybody on the other side. I would not even want to talk to a medium to speak to my dad, because I don't believe in mixing spirits like that. I talk to my dad within myself. I don't need whoever else to do that for me. I get that part, but to put that on Goldie, to me, was some bullshit. It makes me feel like David again is on some bullshit or whatever. Tamar ain't seek out anyone looking for dead folk, okay? Period. Okay, David then says, well, Goldie says it's not spiritual. Old pastor man say it can't not be spiritual. So I would not be afraid to confront this issue with Goldie. Why would David's brother-in-law from Nigeria come here for David's birthday party to confront Goldie about what she doing with Tamar? Because he feel like it's witchcraft. Because he feel like it can't not be spiritual. It can't be that. I asked her what she doing, and she told me what it's not. It can't not be what I think it is. Because I think it ain't that. What the fuck is... People who think they know everything should go sit down some damn where and mind their own business or whatever. David clearly says, it's spiritual. So I need Goldie to stop messing with my girl. David out here causing bull of the shit all up and through. And he up... Get on my damn nerve, okay? And it just made me upset that he would even try to be there and say, oh, what do you think? You know what he thinks, because you done told him what the fuck to think, okay? You done gave him enough information saying, I don't know what it is. It's some spiritual. It gotta be because she talked to spirits. It's like, that's not what it is, you mother. Anyway, so we see everybody's having a good time. Party. Let's all get wasted or whatever. We see David take the whole photo with his family. We see David in the middle, looking like a whole ghost. That's a dark skin. Anyway, we see his mama behind him. In the silvery dress. We see his sister in the black dress next to his mom. And, of course, the brother-in-law, who, of course, must be the sister's boyfriend. And then his other sister is in the black flapper dress. And I don't know what other people is. But, again, this is him with his family at the party and whatnot. Okay? Boom, boom, pow. Okay? But everyone is there. So it's people there. Even Goldie. And Goldie is there nervous, okay? Because everybody there partying and drinking, having a good old time. But you can tell Goldie is nervous because, again, she don't want to be there. She doesn't. And we do see Tamar introduce her to a couple people or whatever. You see David or whatever. You see when David is introducing her to people, you can tell that he's doing it in a condescending, petty, passive aggressive way. Like, oh yeah, this is Goldie. She's amazing. She does. What do you do? Try to have her try to explain it to people so that he can ask her more questions. But she see what he doing, that he's trying to kind of embarrass her as if he don't know what she do, or have her explain it to people who may not get it. You know what I'm saying? Because people may not get it if they not from the creative world. It is what it is. Anyway, so she just keeps kind of avoiding when he's trying to introduce her to folks. She keeps walking away and drinking and drinking and drinking. At this point, Goldie's drunk. Goldie's drunk, whatever. She's walking, she's dancing, and she does slip and fall because she's wasted. She's drunk. But she said, I just can feel David's negativity, you know what I'm saying, just coming at me or whatever, and I'm just trying to, drink it away or whatnot. So we then see Tamar. Tamar pulls the producer, I think his name was Michael, to the side, asking if Goldie's okay. I don't know if she's seen her fall or she can just feel that Goldie is nervous or whatever. He said, yeah, she's just drunk or whatever. She fell. But, you know what I'm saying? She just, she's in her feelings or whatever. He then sits her down. They chit-chatting or whatever. Now, as they chit-chatting about things about, Goldie feels like her work is being mocked. She feels like that you took the blame for David or whatever based on the vibe she get for David. And she doesn't like how you were kind of defending him based on his actions that really have nothing to do with you per se, okay? And she's like, no, I don't work. Like, we're not trying to mock her work. And I took the blame because them said that's how I felt. Now she's sitting there talking to dude. David walks up. And it's all well white suit. Now Tamar and dude sitting there, it is in a different part of the house, chit chat. Okay, they couldn't have been there that long ago, but not. The whole time David walked around party, where's Tamar? Where's Tamar? Where's Tamar? Why ain't you mixing and mingling with your goddamn people? Okay, why is you consistently looking for Tamar? I'm like, why? It's your party. Them are your friends and your family. Why you need her by your side or whatever? He then say, why you back here sitting around with me? All my friends are in another room. Like, it's rude to be back here, blah, 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 blah. She's like, David, it's hot. I'm cooling off, whatever. I have feathers on. Like, it's just hot. The air conditioner ain't working on the way. I'm hot. I'm taking a little break or whatever. He starts fanning her with the little card. I'll fan you. I got you. I'll fan you. He like fan her or whatever. But, he like, we need to stay together at the party. Why? You are 50 years old. Why do you need her by your side to talk to your friends and your family the whole goddamn night? I'm going to leave that be, whatever. But she gets up and she walks away with him to the party. But she keeps talking like, I'm just tired. The party should be ending soon. And I want to go to bed. He said, well, no, we got about 2 more hours. They're then kind of discussing in an argumentative tone, you know what I'm saying, how he said, like, it's not cool for you to be back here and my friends are up there. You know what I'm saying? We need to take some time and mingle. We can cut the cake later. And she's like, I'm tired. Like, David, what time you want to cut the cake? What time can we cut the cake? Oh, so it's like a whole lot of argumentative dance back and forth. I don't know if Tamar is drunk, because at one point when they walk to the front and sit down and he's like eating some food, he said, are you drunk? She's like, I had 2 drinks. Like, no, you had 3. Don't count my drinks. So again, it's a whole little back and forth weird argument and whatnot. She then goes and like lays on the couch and he's still saying like, come on, let's go up front. No, you know what I'm saying, look, I'll be here, you know what I'm saying, go do what you're gonna do. It's like he sees the cameras and doesn't want to fuss, so he kind of walks away. And she said, fine, I'm gonna be right here. But then she get up looking for him, saying, he left me? Oh, you left me sitting? I'm like, bitch, I don't know if Tamar was drunk or if she was delusional, but I'm like, he didn't leave her there as in you were still talking to me and you didn't say to me, you go what you gonna do, I'm gonna be here. I guess she wanted him to not leave. Girl, I just could not. They then both go back into the bedroom or whatever. And she like, I got to change clothes. So she needs to change clothes, comes back out as if nothing ever happened. And now they out dancing, having a good time. Girl, it was the most weird ass stuff I have ever seen and whatnot. So we then whatever. So they want to discuss the last dream she had and things with David, whatever, all that stuff. So they have like her assistant and two of the dudes, I don't know who they were, come in to play the image of the people in Tamar's dream. Her dream, she had an image of her sister Trina, David, and like two women or whatnot. Okay, so first they have her assistant act like Trina, and Tamar said, "I don't feel nothing but some bullshit." I'm saying I'm numb to the bull. I don't have nothing to say. Like I have nothing to express to this person who was in my dream. Tamar was lying. Okay, she was completely lying. We're gonna leave that be. Okay, so again, I feel nothing. So that's nothing. They then have her sit, because she's supposed to sit there, close her eyes, and whatever feeling she has about that person or the situation, let it come up and, manifest itself. So she had nothing for Trina. However, the next part of these two women who supposedly was, in the dream about David, she has plenty to say about that, okay? So, who was Angela? You know what I'm saying? She has black hair. I feel her energy around you. I feel it in my gut. So, dude, like, I don't know who she is. You tripping or whatnot. I'm saying, I don't know. She then asked the other person in her dream, who was like Ellen, the gay talk show host or whatever, like, why are you there? Why is your energy all around David? And the person in her head said, I'm coming to get you because you fucked up. Okay. And then Tamar then said, like, I didn't fuck up. It was your intent from the beginning that was fucked up. She has all these thoughts and whatnot, but Goldie then said, I feel like the image of Dave in her dream is really just a representation of the masculine betrayals that you've dealt with in life. And then the image of Ellen is more about, the representation of all the media stuff that you went through, and also something about how you have been trained for years to not vocally express yourself about certain situations. So now Tamar, and how Tamar's past has been repeating itself, in her life now. So now she all amazed at Goldie's responses, and she run around the house doing church dances or whatever. Boom, pow, pow. So in the middle of all of that, her mama called on the phone trying to talk to Logan because Trina's wedding is in 2 weeks. Logan was supposed to be the ring bearer or whatever, but she said now Logan don't want to be the ring bearer, so they have to ask Logan. It was dumb. Logan said, I don't want to do it no more because if I drop the rings, it'll be embarrassing. I'm like, okay. So then as that is happening, Tamar's assistant, the dude, say, you should ask your mom about the story of Joseph, who would have dreams and stuff, and what was happening or whatever, or that either was happening or what was happening. Just like Tamar and Goldie are doing now. The same thing I spoke about in my review last week, okay? And he's like, you need to read the story of Joseph. So she goes and get her Bible or whatever, and she reads it. And it's like, okay, it's kind of what she's doing now. But then, as she's sitting there reading the Bible, talking to Goldie and them, David calls. I need to come there right now. I need to have another talk with Goldie because I have more questions about dream work. And she's like, David, I don't... Because he was being extra. He was on speakerphone or whatever. So again, it was a whole thing or whatnot. Okay. So we then see, boom, cut to David coming in the house. David comes in the house. David, Tamar, and Goldie like go down to Tamar's bedroom in the seating area or whatever. And they take their mics off or they unplug themselves or whatever. And you can only hear what's being said through the door. The mics are like, around the house or whatever. We hear Goldie. Okay, it was a heated discussion, a heated debate, a heated disagreement between the three of them. Okay, we heard Goldie saying, I feel like, I'm being judged and criticized by someone who's not even in the creative world. Okay, who are you to judge what I am doing with Tamar? You hear Tamar say, David, you are making things negative and it's not negative. Okay, and then David is saying it's spiritual for anyone to be able to go back into the dream. So that's what you kind of hear at first. You then hear Goldie, saying how, creativity and dreams are not always in the Bible. Twerking isn't in the Bible either, but you don't question Tamar about twerking on stage. David said, well, if it doesn't come from God, I'm not in agreement with it. And she knows how to twerk. What am I supposed to do? So again, they're in the rooms at first, just talking a little bit here, a little bit there. So Goldie then brings about Tamar currently is frightened by her dream. She's not trusting right now, okay? Because anybody could be trying to mistreat her or whatever, okay? The producers, the show, even Mona, everything. Tamar is not frightened about it, whatnot, okay? And so because of that, things kind of goes cute. And then Goldie says we was talking, and David kept questioning me. I just kind of went off. I can't teach people to have their voice, but not have my own if I feel attacked, okay? So we then hear Goldie. I'm not on no bullshit. Okay, Goldie then say, look, I do my work. I work around the world, motherfucker. I heard you call what I do witchcraft. I don't need you to sit there like you're some kind of king. You're fucking nothing. I come from royalty too. Nobody should look down on me. You then hear Tamar say, David, you're not going about things the right way. You know what I'm saying? You then hear like some noises. It sounded like some tussling. Little bit here, little tussle, whatever you were saying. You then hear Tamar, who keeps yelling, David, no, David. So you don't know what's going on, but you can just hear these things. Now the producers are like up the stairs, but listening, like, should we go in there? Like, what's going on? Like, was they fighting or whatever? So they're like, this girl not helping at all. I'm like, y'all are some assholes or whatever. You then hear Goldie saying, motherfucker, are you out your mind? Then hear David saying clearly out of his mouth, you would not break up this family. You would not separate me from Tamar. So that's what David keeps repeating. You would not do that. You would not separate us. So, David's pissed. Goldie's pissed. And clearly they are, fussing and whatnot. Okay. So finally, the producers go down the stairs, knock on the door, and they have Goldie come out. Okay. And she come out and she's upset. And she's like walking around the house. She's upset. We do not see David at all again. We do not see Tamar come out the room at that point in time. So she says David will edge me out. He's going to edge me out, but I pray for Tamar. Okay, I'm saying I am done with him. David can go fuck himself. Why am I even here? I'm done. Okay, I had to express myself before I was done. Okay, and she said that she's like gathering her shit to leave. So we see outside. She's talking to one of Tamar's people or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? No. She said she was upset that David was more interested in the show and him and Tamar's relationship than he was over what Tamar needed. You know what I'm saying? He's using her and he know I can see behind his lies, and that's why he keeps causing issues with me. Okay. Tamar asked me to come here to help her become a better performer, lifts her up to be a better person. Okay. So it pissed me off that, he in there telling me that I'm here to break up his family. So she got pissed off that he was insinuating that her point in being there was to break up him and Tamar. Like the work I do is from God because it's from creativity, okay? And if he cared about Tamar, if he cared or believed in Tamar, he would stay in his lane, go handle his hedge funds, and let Tamar do her creativity, and that's it. I'm saying Tamar's going to stay with her man because we stay with our men. I'm going to walk away from this because I am truth. And they are a lie. And I can't live in that lie. I say, girl, okay. She then said, Tamar is not ready. And my work is being wasted and starting to look ridiculous. So I'm done. I'm damaged too. This whole thing is damaging. And she's saying all of this in her confessional, but also in the scene or whatever. And in the confessional, she's like, I'm saying, I was being, used. I'm saying, I just don't feel right. And where she at? Boom. And she's just upset. Goldie is upset because she feels as if, I'm saying, they pushed me to this point of, of me going off. And before I left, I had to get all of that out. And she was very much so using her voice to express everything she felt that she had been holding in, because she again felt like David is the one on some bullshit or whatever. So we then see Tamar's assistant, who's in the house, saying to producers or whatever, David's upset, Goldie's upset, but if David comes out the room and Goldie's still here, it's gonna be problems. The producer and the assistant is talking or whatever, and the producer say, I don't think he was gonna hit her, but I do think they got in each other's faces or whatever. The assistant then said, well, yeah, if a man thinks someone is breaking up their family, he's going to be up on guard all the times. But why would he think that Goldie was trying to break him and Tamar up? That's the point I think David is on some bullshit. Because Goldie point in being there had nothing to do with David. David really did always have an issue with her being there. And I saw someone put up, you should want a man who doesn't want, evil spirits around you. I don't think Goldie's spirit is evil. I don't think it's witchcraft. I think people who want to help you understand your subconscious, they're not spiritual people like that. They're not it's not witchcraft. It's not witchcraft for you to talk me through a dream. It's not witchcraft for you to help me figure out what mentally I'm going through. That's not witchcraft or whatever. So with all of that going on, we then see Tamar comes out the room like, I'm ready for bed. Where Goldie? What happened? I'm like, would you sleep, bitch? The fact that Tamar came out as if she had no idea what had happened. Where Goldie? What happened? They then say she outside. She left. Oh yeah. That's it. We done. And she go back in the room. I'm looking like when Goldie said, I'm leaving here because I'm the truth, and they live some lies, and I can't be with that. What she meant was they fronting. It's some bullshit afoot within that union. I can't be a part of that. Okay, point blank, period. And I feel like that's how the episode went off. And next week is the season finale. Girl, Tamar and David is on some bullshit. That's it.